again, YouTube. Sorry it's been so long since we've done a video, but we've been busy setting up several trucks with tracks and guys just getting ready for the winter season and ice fishing and all kinds of stuff. But now that we've got a little bit of time at Christmas break here, we're just going to do a video for you, and I hope to make it a good one. We've got a 2002 Suzuki Carry DA63T here, and really nice clean truck. We've done a set of Camso UTV 4S1 tracks on this one. Of course, to get the tracks on, what we did was a 4-inch lift on this truck, and custom track mounts. And this is something that we've kind of, you can do it to your own truck, it's just a matter of figuring out what works, but we've kind of got a custom set of fabricated mounts and everything that bolt right up to a specific set of tracks that we order in for these trucks, and they work really good. Nice looking truck overall, tons of ground clearance. I don't have a ton of snow here today, but definitely give you an idea. We've got lots of snow drifts I can take you over, and we're just going to see, like I say, what this truck does in the snow, what it's capable of. I'll even get up and do a top speed run. I've got a little lake here that we can get some speed out of this thing. Now with tracks, they only recommend about 40 kilometers an hour, you know, top speed, just because of all the moving parts and rubber, and you know, tracks really aren't made for speed. If you're looking for speed machine, you don't want a tracked mini truck. I mean, these are more tanks than speed machines, but custom rear bumper on there as well. So yeah, really nice little truck. Interior wise, again, if you're not familiar with these trucks, really nice interior on this one. Everything's in great shape. We've got the high-low range transmission. Now I'm going to be running this thing mostly in high range. I'll show you the difference with low range, but with the gear set that we run on these tracks, we can actually get away with high range, which is really nice. 25,000 kilometers on this truck, and really clean, really nice shape. Now again, this truck does not have, it's got four-wheel drive, but it's not rear differential lock or anything like that, which you don't need for most part with the tracks. Now again, rear diff lock will get you out of some situations, but for just cruising around, you definitely, it's not something you're going to need all the time. All right, oh man, the reason everybody should have a mini truck. Today is about minus 15 Celsius with a wind of about minus 20. You know, it's chilly out. You jump in one of these things, I can jump in, take my gloves off, you know, just a set of jeans, heat's on, and it's beautiful. Again, the truck's running, they're really nice and quiet. Now this truck does not have power steering. And a lot of guys are always concerned with tracks without having power steering. These Camso tracks are designed in such a way that, you know, they really do handle nice. And I know everybody always says, oh yeah, they steer just like tires. But this is probably the closest thing. We've run a couple different manufacturers, and these Camsos by far are the best handling and probably best riding track on the market right now. So a couple inches of snow, I mean, we just plow right through. There's no, the nice thing with tracks, again, it's going to be slow and steady for the most part, but you just point it and go. You're not going to have to worry about spinning and making ruts like somebody has done here already. With tracks compared to tires, they're definitely rough. Like, I tell that to everybody who calls and just wants to get a tracked mini truck. Like right now we're on frozen solid ground, you're going to get a lot of vibration, a lot of extra noise compared to tires. Once you get into the snow, that basically all goes away, which is, you know, where these things are really going to shine. these are a 4-season track as well, so you can technically run these Camsos in the mud, sand. You know, snow is definitely where they're going to shine. This particular brand, if you don't know, Camso, which was formerly Camoplast, probably one of the biggest snowmobile track makers around, if not the biggest. Yeah, the cool thing is, like I say, we can just tractor over any little snow drifts or whatever. Now, one of the main reasons why a lot of guys like these tracks, ice fishing. So you're getting onto a lake, you know, if you've done this with a quad or a side-by-side with tires, you know that snow starts to pile up in the grass on the side here. It gets really hairy where you tend to spin and get stuck a lot. Here we're just gonna walk. Now let's do a little bit of a speed run here. Now the speedometer is going to be way out to lunch, so we've kind of done the calculation. Well, we GPSed the truck. Basically 60 kilometers an hour on the speedo is about 40 kilometers an hour in real time. So that's, like I say, with the differential in the tracks themselves. Now you're going to notice we've only got about, and I don't even think there's a quarter inch of snow on the ice here, so it's going to get pretty noisy. On the hard pack stuff, I mean, you can get up and go. You know, that 40 kilometer an hour recommended top speed, no problem. So again, that was high range. I mean, the question we get all the time with these tracks is, you know, do these little trucks have enough power to turn them? Now, the track itself has got quite a small sprocket on it, so you're actually just turning a small sprocket, which is, you know, quite a bit smaller than a standard tire. So it's a natural gear reduction. So the truck has no problem with power. It's just eventually, once you get up to higher speeds, you know, you're just efficiencies are playing against you. You know, turning that track belt, you know, all the rolling resistance of the track. So you're not going to get the top speed out of them for sure. But again, Camso and most other track manufacturers only recommend about a 40 kilometer an hour. You know, which I think is about 25 miles an hour top speed out of them, anyways. But let's go find some snow drifts. So you wonder, if I was running in high range, well, why low range? This is why low range is still really nice. I mean, if you're doing pulling, if you're doing anything, I mean, like, look how low of a crawl that is. Now that's low range, of course, you know, doubled up with the lower gear ratio of the tracks. And it makes for a really powerful little rig. So pulling your ice shacks, getting up steep hills, you're not having to ride the clutch, which is a big bonus. Sorry, we're a little short on snow here, which is sort of rare, but for December up here. But here's kind of a comparison. I just went through this snow drift up ahead here. Now you can't really tell, but it's over a foot deep, probably about 18 inches of snow here, and just went through with a Suzuki Jimny on tires. Now, just for comparison's sake, we'll just walk down beside with this truck. Very similar weight. Well, let's have a look at the difference. So the Jimny, we kind of took a run at it, and I mean it broke through right to the, well, pretty much right to the ground. There's your truck on tracks. It's about a 3-inch depression maybe. Up on top where it's a little harder, it didn't even go through. But you know, that's the really cool thing with tracks, is you're not breaking through. You know, we're scraping bottom with the Jimny there. We're not breaking through and having to spin your way through snow and drifts. You literally just walk over them. Speaking of walking over, so like I say, that Vinny truck basically made a 3-inch depression there. You know, step with my foot and I go right to the right down. And I mean, I'm just literally walking. I'm not stomping or anything like that. So that tells you how nice of a ground pressure that little set of tracks gives you. I'm just gonna follow this little snow ridge here. Again, so let's see, we're kind of breaking through the crust here. No problem. Kind of just plow our way out without diff lock. Imagine that. So, but you drive. You don't spin. You don't take runs at things. You know, you can literally just walk across. Now, I know for a fact, like, these are 2-foot deep snow drifts that we're driving over. And we're just crawling. Remember, as I've been holding the camera with one hand and driving with the other. Again, no power steering this whole time. Driving these trucks with one hand, so they're quite good for steering on these tracks. No big issues at all. Drive back over same tracks here. So we actually got a little low right up ahead here and kind of broke through the crust on the edge of the snowdrift, but I mean, no problem. We just kept on going. Good side hill here. Well, again, sorry I don't have too much crazy terrain to show you guys here, but I know for a fact we wouldn't have got through any of these snowdrifts with tires. Not these, not this one for sure. Yeah, these tracks just let you basically kind of walk wherever you need to go. So there you have it. That's our beautiful little 2002 Suzuki Carry DA63T on Camso UTV 4S1 trucks. And handled quite well. Like I'm actually really impressed. I haven't honestly had a lot of chance to test drive these units in the last year, simply because, again, we've haven't had a lot of time between when we set them up and they're sold, but yeah, I'm quite impressed with this new set of tracks from Camso. They handle really nice. Now, if you're not familiar with the Camso tracks, the UTV 4S1 is an all-new track design, fall of 2016. These are the 2018 models, so they've had some revisions even. But beautiful little setup. All of your bogie, the front bogies here, these are a rocker bogie. So it's actually on a rocker. Takes a lot of the roughness out of the ride there. All your other bogies, these are all on rubber axles, basically, like rubber mounted axles. Same in the back. So these are not solid mounted to that track frame. So everything kind of rides and pivots, and smooths out the ride really nice, especially in the snow. But yeah, make sure you check out our website, foursonsoffroad.com. Comment on this video and give us a thumbs up if you'd like it, and we'd love to be able to do more in the near future.